Hello traders, how are you? Vladimir here, and this is the weekly forecast for the week of 11 of October 2015. Well, the market is moving, the market is creating great opportunities, and by market I mean mainly crosses. They provide really great opportunities, and not just them, also the majors, which I believe are going to be great movers on the next period. Before we start with technical view, let's quickly go over what we can expect fundamentally. We can see that Monday is going to be very likely low volatility due to the Columbus Day in USA, and well, I don't think anything is going to happen until the end of the US session. Maybe during Asian session we will start to see some activity with the NAB business confidence. Then on China, the night between Monday and Tuesday, we have trade balance. Very interesting. The expectations are very low. That could affect, of course, the entire market basically, with the sensitivity of Chinese news lately. Then we have also CPI from China. It's going to be busy week there, which could be a good effect on the crosses on the Pacific zone, like pound Aussie, Euro Kiwi, and so on. I'll talk about it soon. Then on Wednesday we have important news from Britain, average earnings. We have the claimant count change. Then we have the PPI, core retail sales, and the retail sales in USA. Job market in Australia. Then basically it's getting a bit quiet, if we can call it this way. So let's see what do we have technically for this week. I would like to start with the pound Aussie, which from my point of view is a star, and here is why. That's a weekly chart. We got two waves. You heard me talking about these two waves I don't know how many times. The idea is we are going for a bearish period. Very likely it's going to take somewhere until the middle of the next year. Why? The mirror to this wave, as long as this high holds, of course. Now, watching on a daily chart, we could be expecting some kind of double wave cycle ending, right? But it seems it's breaking down, and it seems nothing is going to stop. And in case it does continue, we are going for two deeper cycles, which will mean we are going for something like one. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, right? Then we will get some correction back to here somewhere, and boom, that would be the first wave. Then we will get boom, two wave correction and continuation wave down. Now, how long it could take until 38 or 50 even of the entire wave before, which means here is the level, guys. That's the double wave. This is where we could expect it to drop. Not one wave, very likely, all could happen, but very likely not one wave down to 194. It will take some time. Very likely we will bounce there and then boom once again. I want to remind you there are two very interesting bullish gaps that never been retested. One of them here, one of them here. None of them was retested, and there is a big chance they will. So from my point of view, these kind of pairs are only and only for sales. Now, it makes sense that the current wave is going to end somewhere between the current place and the next potential level, which might be the Bollinger Band duplication and the next important support around 205 or even lower. We don't have to even bet on that right now. What we will need to see to confirm the cycle really ending is basically start and get some kind of bullish convergence. So once it stops dropping, it will start rallying. We will get some kind of convergence between the highs on the histogram, and then what we will want to see is a rally, two waves down, and then we will be trying to buy. Until then, every two rally is a sell. We have had one right here, boom, okay, and then we got a sell. Now again, we have a divergence. That's a 1 hour chart, okay. We have a divergence. We have 20 candles right. We can assume it will find a bottom somewhere close and will start to correct, right? But that's not where we will want to buy. For buys, we better wait. And that's my view for this pair. I think it's really great one. Same I have view on the pound Kiwi, which also did one ranging, one wave small up, ranging, and boom to the upside. Basically and ideally we should get 1, 2, 3, 4 here. I would not be surprised at all if we will be somehow able to get it again below 220. I know it's a bit early right now, but the idea remains same as the pound Aussie. It does the break below the 2 waves, so we get some kind of pullback, one more bottom for here, and then bigger retrace, and boom, all the way to this place. After that we might talk about buys again, not in this stage. Which brings me to the Pacifics themselves. New Zealand dollar is a massive buyer, and guys and girls, we have a bullish convergence on a daily chart, which means this is also the weekly chart, right? Which means bulls are here. This 2 wave is ended. Very likely we are going to 0.71 plus. At first we'll have to pay attention to 0.67, 0.68, even 9 zone, which will be the opposite of the Bollinger Bands. Very likely we will get some kind of bounce and then continuation. Watching on a daily chart, we are right now on convergence. On the 4-hour chart we are over 20 candles right and divergence. From my point of view, starting from here or slightly higher, we are going into sell. How this sell is going to be operated, or triangle, something like that. Okay, we can start and move inside this and then a break to the upside, or we are going to get 2 waves down, which might take us back to the trend line. Of course, that's the zone of 0.6550 down to 0.6450 even. That's very possible. But every 2 waves down, buy. As long as we will remain above the trend line, and basically as long as we are above 0.64, that's a very important zone, I am bullish and only bullish. Australian dollar, same story. We have been talking about 0.73 for many times. You remember that, right? Now we are there, and it seems it's just the beginning. We have a convergence. All looks good. All looks perfect. We will very likely get from here or slightly higher. We will get some kind of triangle like the New Zealand, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and then boom, we are going to look for buys. According to the weekly chart, and its special cycle ended right now. This is the special cycle I refer to, of course. Can you see that? That's a beautiful duplication we have here. According to that, I would not be surprised at all if we are going for a reversal. 38.2, even 50 on the entire wave could be really good. That's 80 and higher. So guys, as long as we remain above this bottom, I remain bullish in my mind right now. And that's pretty much all. Now pay attention for the news to come from China, because we know how China affects on the Pacific pairs. Okay, 2 bearish news, and we can start to get some good reversal here on these pairs before they will continue, which will provide us the opportunities to buy and to play them. Euro Aussie, also monster moving. Okay, there is a very interesting situation right now, because if we observe this kind of rally we have had, we can see that this pair is bouncing from the 61.8 extension of the waving down, right? Which is very important level, and as long as it holds, there is a very big chance we are going for again 2 big waves down. Now this was the first one. We are now building the second one, so there is a big chance that we are going to 153, 152. We are very likely will try to see some kind of bounce there, and then we might go for another deeper drop down. So pay attention for this pair. Also very interesting that if we get a drop in Australian and New Zealand pairs, that it is going to be very helpful. Now, enough about the Pacifics at this stage, right? The idea is pretty clear. Let's go to other pairs. Majors, Euro dollar, so far going good. It is moving slowly accordingly as we wanted. slowly going up, holding the trend line, holding the cycle. If I read the chart correct on the weekly chart, we will get this kind of wave in duplication. On the daily chart, we can say that we might get here 1, 2, and if this range is ended, 3. So basically there is a big chance we are now inside this channel and we are going towards 118, 120, which will, from my point of view, be a monster sell over. And from there, right from there, I believe we are going for one more massive drop down for euro dollar. And there is a chance, guys, I know it sounds like I'm a dreamer right now. There is a chance we are going from there for a triple movement below the parity. It's far, it's very far, it's going to take time, it's monthly cycle, but it's good to have some kind of idea for future, isn't it? So basically, as long as the trend line holds, for me, I remain bullish. For those of you who are long with me, from below 112, keep it going. No reason to change nothing. Okay, we have a clear trend line. As long as it holds, we are bullish. No reason to change that. Euro pound is affected because of that, and as I said not once, I believe we are going into this kind of move here, which means I believe we are going to above 075, 076, 077 or so, and from there I believe we are going to have a great trendline resistance and we are going to have sells. But until then, buy drops go into tops. And the pound dollar means it's going to be slower than the euro dollar, very likely, according to that. But still, I think this pair should be on the bullish side. And if there will be no surprises, and I repeat, if there will be no surprises, because pound dollar also could easily go and complete triple wave down to below 150. Okay, but if there will be no surprises, we got a very classical special cycle here. Okay, one, now we got duplication here on 2, and then we got another one. So basically we might get 1, 2, 3, 4 back to this place, the middle of this place, right? And from there go and start try longings. Pay attention for this one, could turn to be great opportunity. Pound franc is the vice versa to the euro pound. I want to buy this one, and I'll be looking to buy this one. I believe there is a big chance we are going for a duplication of the entire wave. That could be 143. I'll be looking to buy there, but, and here is a but, there is a big chance all the journey is going to stop right here around 146. If it does bounce from here with a bullish divergence on lower time frames, it's not there yet, okay? But if it will create a bullish divergence here, that might be the bounce. Simply because the entire cycle here is built both by 61.8 drop, 61.8, this is the first 61.8, then the correction, 61.8 could be a really good expectation. And remember, we want to long simply because the swaps, not the swaps, sorry, the interest rates are against the franc. They have very negative rates, so basically it just makes sense to buy anything against it on the bottom, right? So that's basically all. Good opportunity. Pound yen also going now into kind of a range, very likely. We got false breaks. This was the false break down, then false break up, and there is a big chance we are now into the corrective cycle as a range. So I will want to see that going somewhere towards 186, 188 maybe even, then stopping and dropping once again. So basically what I will want to see from this pair is correction, continuation, and sell again. Dollar yen keeps being a mystery. I really don't have any clear view about this one. I still remain bearish in my mind. I still believe we might get the 2 waves before we drop seriously down. For me, at this stage, there is no sell, there is no buy. If we get the 2 waves up, I will be looking for sell. Anyway, I'll be looking for something clearer. At this stage, it is not. Dollar Canadian finally starting the move as we wanted. It does what we wanted, and basically we are on a bearish cycle, guys. And that's about to continue. We are going to 128 and 126, maybe even lower. On the 4-hour chart, every 2 waves the up correction we will get is an opportunity to go for sell. Ideally, it reached the zone of 132. Not ideally, it stops somewhere around 131 and makes the continuation. Look for 2 waves to go for sell. Pound Canadian also did a monster job and reached what we wanted. Basically, 2 waves here completed, right? Almost. It's around 196 basically. That's the place, and we have to pay attention for a potential stop there and reversal. This is going to be very likely first zone, then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one more continuation, mirror to the double wave up. Okay, so let's see. And if it breaks it down, it will bring me back to the idea of the pound Oz that we are going for 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, bigger 3 down, 4, 5, somewhere around 191 or so, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and boom, once again towards 188 or so, maybe even lower, back to the monster trend from the bottoms. So a lot to expect to, and that's really great pairs at this stage. Few words about commodities which are extremely interesting right now. Gold and silver, the way gold behaves make me think that we are going into the duplication, which is easily should be achieved. That's around 1200, slightly below. And from my point of view, as long as we are now above 1130, every drop down is a buy until the levels mentioned. Same with the silver, which I believe is going to make one more push towards 17 or so, the top of the of this channel, the bearish channel it has. Okay, this is the channel I refer to, of course. Oil also great moving, and from my point of view, there is much more to go, much more to come from this one. So this is the 4-hour chart. This is the current cycle. Okay, triple cycle. We need to get 1, 2, 3, 4, and from there we might be looking again to join. If I read the chart correct, we are going to at first stage at least to 53, 55 zone right here. From there we might talk about drops, but at this stage stay bullish and look for 2 waves down to long it. And basically that's all, guys. S&P I'll be updating during the week. So far it does what wanted, right? It's so far moving in a potential ranging zone here, bend to bend, maybe slightly more could be not bad idea, and from there we'll be looking again to join for sellers. Not at this stage. I don't think the cycle changed because the convergence is yet relevant, of course. From my point of view, it's just correction yet, and I believe we are going for sellers right after that. Should be not bad idea at all. At this stage it's a bit early. We will be probably talking about that on the daily forecasts once we get some setup. So that's basically all for this beginning of the week, guys. Pay attention to Monday, which might be quiet, maybe some moves on Eurozone. Then of course the Columbus Day in USA, which should drop the volatility seriously, and after that we're back on Tuesday and we should get some moves. So thank you for watching. I wish you a wonderful week, good trading, and I'll see you again. Bye for now, guys.